Hello friends, this is Adam with Movie Guy 365, and today I'm going to review the 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray edition of The Matrix Resurrections. If you're new to the channel, please hit the like button, subscribe, hit that bell notification. You can also find me over Twitter, Instagram, and Letterboxd at Movie Guy 365. Okay, The Matrix Resurrections is here on 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray, released by Warner Brothers. It comes in a standard slipcover edition available at all your local and online retailers, as well as a Best Buy exclusive steelbook. Now, as far as the film itself, when I first watched this movie, I was left with the impression that the film itself has so many great, it has a great structure. It has good bones, if you want to call it that. But narratively, I feel it's a little bit all over the place. In many ways, it feels like a slow-mo version of the original three films, more likely the first film. It's okay. It didn't really grab me. There were some, character choices I didn't quite agree with, and I think it's kind of just a little bit muddled. It does have some moments. It's great seeing Keanu Reeves and Carrie-Anne Moss, reprise Neo and Trinity again. And I liked, what happened with their characters and how they got to be where they are. But some of the, the outside stuff and just the overall narrative just didn't quite work for me. But visually, it looks really good here. And I think, honestly, it's probably one of the best looking films of the entire series. It's just ultimately, it just kind of fell short. But, it has its moments. I understand why some people don't really like it or flat out hate it. But for me, it's kind of a squandered opportunity overall. All right, we're going to talk about the picture quality and the audio in just a moment. But first, let's do a quick unboxing. Okay, we have the Matrix Resurrection slipcover edition here. To be honest, I prefer the steelbook artwork, but I went with the slipcover because I have the first three films in slipcover, and I just wanted to kind of match. It's purely aesthetic, but the artwork's fine. It actually looks good, and it sort of matches what we got slipcover-wise from the previous three films. And then we have the back on the spine, interior. And just, some standard artwork, nothing too special, but overall, okay presentation from Warner Brothers. Now, let's talk about the picture quality and the audio. The Matrix Resurrections on 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray has a 2:3:9:1 aspect ratio with native 4K resolution in HDR10 and Dolby Vision for the grading. For purposes of this review, I will be discussing the Dolby Vision encode. Now, the film itself has an exceptionally clean picture. Everything about the image is visually demo-worthy in my opinion. Specular highlights are very striking from the opening moments to the film and never let up. When it comes to the film's palette, both within and outside of the Matrix, colors often appear very bold, beautiful, and provide a stunning richness. The clothing featured within the film, New Morpheus for instance, he has a great looking outfit and I think it looks visually fantastic. In the training dojo scene with New Morpheus and Neo, the scenery looks beautiful, as does the location where the characters meet towards the back half of the film. In the real world, the glowing features of the machines looks very vibrant, as does bursts of electricity, fire, and other highlights. The native 4K resolution really gives you a nice enhancement to the film's detail. Textures all around are well defined, clothing stands out nicely. Once again, both examples in and out of the Matrix are visually very impressive. Facial features and skin textures look excellent. Keanu's beard, the implants the characters are wearing outside of the real world, and just other aesthetics look really nice. Some of the film's CGI can look a little bit soft at times, especially when it's side by side with a live action element, but overall I didn't find it to be out of place in any aesthetic sense, so it kind of works here. The Dolby Vision does an excellent job giving you nice black levels featured throughout the film. Nighttime scenes are exceptionally deep and appealing from the opening sequence to the climax. I had no issues with elevation that I could detect. And shadow detail looks great. When Neo is in the real world sitting in the ship's cabin, it's a good example of how that's used to great effect. The Matrix Resurrections on 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray supports a Dolby Atmos audio mix. While it feels a bit unfair to compare this new film to the original trilogy, the sound design, in my opinion, doesn't quite measure up to the previous film. The movie itself has a different energy, which I feel in a way reflects to the Atmos experience we are given here in this release. The front end activity is generally favorable throughout the movie. The film's dialogue is rendered clean throughout, even during the more chaotic action scenes. Surround activity, along with the height speakers, are well utilized, most notably during the aforementioned action sequences. Occasional ambience can also be heard during the film's runtime, and I think it does a great job in the surround sound environment. Music is also prominently featured. The low end, this is where it gets a little bit tricky. It doesn't exactly set the world on fire or bowl you over, but it's not nearly as weak as, say, the offerings that we get from a Disney release. It's punchy, but I personally would have liked a little bit more heft in my LFE channel. For the picture quality, I'm going to give The Matrix Resurrections on 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray an A+. In my opinion, this is a reference quality visual presentation. This 4K disc really shines with HDR and Dolby Vision. Colors pop off the screen very well, black levels are excellent, and the increase in resolution is very noticeable. This movie is reference quality visually, and if you're a fan of the film, definitely pick up the 4K. For the audio mix, I'm going to give this one a solid A. The Dolby Atmos in The Matrix Resurrections, I feel, is a good listening experience. It doesn't quite live up to the original trilogy as far as the energy goes, but this being its own thing, I think it sounds good, it's just not going to be demo worthy. But that being said, the surround sound environment is really active, everything up front is clean, just the low end I feel could use a little bit more heft in that department. But The Matrix Resurrections on 4K, it's a worthwhile listening experience. So that is my review of The Matrix Resurrections on 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray. If you're interested in picking up a copy for yourself, I will leave an Amazon link in the comments section below. If you use it, it really helps out the channel. But if you have the disc already, let me know your thoughts. Let's talk about it. In the meantime, please like, subscribe, hit that bell notification. So until next time, this is Adam with Movie Guy 365. I will see you at the movies.